Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another one of my walking videos. Today we are here at the Talk of the Town Hotel, a very classic hotel that has been in existence for many decades. We are taking a brief look here at the swimming pool and the room area, and now also very briefly, just a brief stop here before we continue. And this is their restaurant and bar, and we'll go through the lobby now briefly. And so yeah, this is their lobby. It's a smaller hotel, and it does have a convenience store, and this hotel is situated There's a car rental. Just a second. So if you are not familiar with it, it is situated very close to the airport, and we, like, from here we could kind of already see the part of the there's some folks just arriving now, and we kind of see the runway from here actually, and we will be walking around this area, and I will be heading to the beach and showing you that part also. I wanted to just say that I spotted these two here, so in case you want to rent them and possibly ride to the city of Oranjestad, the capital, you would have to go to, like, on this side. So there you can spot the name of it also, the Talk of the Town Hotel and Beach Club. And I'm going to try to cross the road right now. It's very busy. And let's see. Yes, thank you. And thank you. There was a car coming pretty fast. So let's take a look back at it. So there are some rooms on this side. So if you don't want to be staying on the street side, maybe the car noise might bother you, you would prefer to ask them that they can accommodate you. They can accommodate you at a room at the back. I would recommend that. And in the past, like, this is the road where the carnival, not in the past, but I mean the road where the carnival usually passes every year, and a lot of people used to stay in those rooms because they have direct access to the road. Now they did make the walls a little bit higher, so right now that's not a thing anymore. Oh, by the way, this has fallen recently. It's supposed to be up there, and I've talked about these monuments among other things in the past. So this was an official visit by the ex-Queen Beatrix. She's still alive. By the way, I needed to start this walk a while back, but unfortunately it was raining, of all things, a moment ago. But I do want to just briefly show you a few things before we continue heading towards the beach. So first of all, the Reina Beatrix and the San Nicolas would be on this side. Hopefully the lens will not get too wet. So let's see. So that building is like the tax building here. All right, so government buildings and more government buildings, that one. And that one is back there, the white one is the Casa de Cultura, which is, it started raining again. Oh my God. My excuses for scratching the lens a little bit, because I was heading where the water was really probably got into the lens, and also I think the guy from the truck needs to repair the brakes. And here is where a lot of folks like to stop and make a photo, and this is definitely the official Aruba logo. It has been for a couple of years now, and when you see the signs of I love Aruba, that's not the official one. This is, and this is the tourism plaza with some additional information that you can get. Let me show you just briefly. Like here you can read about you could say like the tourism pioneers. We're not gonna go on that side, but there is like a food truck over here, and also one closer to the tax building. And both are actually pretty good, and they are open during the day. So most food trucks here on Aruba, they are usually open actually at night. So those are two exceptions. It's because we do have a lot of offices in the area and such. Now I'm going to just briefly show you some of the areas here, and definitely one of the most popular is the Sandra's Garden that you can see right here. They are very popular with like the Fridays happy hour. That's like after work, after 5 p.m. or so. A lot of the locals come here. So this one, even though it's in front of the Talk of the Town Hotel, it's certainly a place where a lot of folks come. Some do come for lunch also, but right now I do see some folks back there at the Sidewalk Cafe also having lunch, and it definitely has that local feel. If you want to dig into that, I know some folks like to not just dine at the very fine dining restaurants, fine dining options, but they also want to, get a taste of what it is to be dining a local style. Now this is a bike path that will cross just behind these restaurants and bars, and if you are walking here, just be careful. They might be going past very, very fast sometimes. And this area was made into like a park a few years ago, like 8 years ago, something like that. And they did a lot of, they invested a lot of money to make it a very nice looking. And usually after 5, you get a lot of families coming here and, just having some family time here. Now we are going to the Surfside Beach, and I do want to show you on this side, even though it doesn't look all that nice, but just trying to remember good old times. And this is where the Havana Club used to be, and also the, I believe they used to call it, way back, they used to call it the Contempo discotheque. Used to be like the discotheque that would complement the restaurant, and now the Barefoot restaurant, this is where one of those places where you can access that. So that's on this side. Oh, they did make it very nice. Oh, there's a, let's see, there's a JetBlue also arriving. So you do have that. As I said, we are next to the runway. Let's wait for the plane to go by first. So JetBlue has like some of the most flights to Aruba, and just wanna, I don't know if they're open right now, so I'm just giving you a brief look here at the, you could still call it like the street entrance or so. Elegant dining and flip-flops. No, I'm just standing here. Maybe you guys can make a screenshot. Unfortunately, there are no prices on it. Unfortunately. Please stop raining. I know it looks sunny on the camera, but it's raining. I just feel the raindrops, and you can see it down here that it's actually not pouring, but it's not fun to be walking around. Certainly the gimbal that I use with this GoPro, I don't know if it's entirely waterproof. I hope it is, because even though it doesn't look like it's gonna rain a lot, but I hope it doesn't surprise me either. And I do have the audio equipment which I need to take care of, because that's really important to have good audios for you guys. Now this whole area, if you are coming to the beach and you are not staying at the dock of the town hotel, there's enough parking not only here but also where the bars were. And yeah, this is where the beach is. I will be walking a little bit towards this side, and I'll be showing you a few things and giving you my opinion, more or less. If you are doing some recycling, you're helping the island, stay as green as possible. We are slowly but surely moving into that direction that, yeah, we want to be like taking care of our environment. And it's a slow process, but I'm happy that there are certainly steps being taken, and just wish that they could go a little bit faster. That would be better. I just realized I haven't shown myself yet today. So hello again, guys, welcome. If you have been enjoying my videos, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with your contacts and your friends. We are here at the Surfside Beach, so this is all Surfside Beach. And I did talk about it in my top 10 beach videos of Aruba. Now, this one is probably one of those that's often forgotten and not a lot of people come to, but I do believe that there are enough reasons for you to consider it. Now, this guy's digging up for some gold. we do get that occasionally. Let me go on here on the beach side, just in case there is, people worrying about privacy and such. And in any case, I wanted to show you a little bit of this. So this area, if you can see it, like, even though the water is very, very clear, it's not recommended all that much for swimming. Like, you could, of course, and you can see that the water is very, very clear, but because of the seagrass and such, you wouldn't wanna be swimming here unless you go way deeper, and over there it will be good. I will be showing you in a bit where I do recommend for swimming. What else can I show you on this side? There used to be like a water park where you see like the floating pier. I do think that they closed down entirely because they haven't been back for months. So who knows if they will or will not. That's very unfortunate. It did look cool. And talk about this bar, the Surfside Beach Bar is like a Dutch restaurant type. They do have pizza, they do have some very common Dutch food and such over here. And it's certainly one of those bars that is very, very nice to come. And as you can see, it does get its fair share of tourists. Certainly the Dutch will support their fellow countrymen when they open up the businesses, the restaurants certainly, and they certainly stick to them, and my hat's off to that. But it's a part that I do come to. It is very nice for a sunset, especially, and you do, and you know, in my case, I do like to plane spot and such, and it's a nice place to be plane spotting and having a beer and being at the beach. And the sand here is maybe like over here, it's not the most white sand of Aruba, but certainly on like this path, it is just about as good as it gets anywhere on the island almost. And the colors are certainly great, but you can see the difference where the seaweed is and such. So that's not the best place to be swimming. Now, where these folks are starts more or less, and you can see the difference in the color, the aqua blue water. You can see where it is recommended for swimming, and it is. Yes. Thank you. So this is certainly recommended for swimming, and I used to come here a lot a while back. I do like it, and especially on Sundays and maybe even Saturdays, it does get a little bit busier. Some people like that, some people don't. There are, as far as I can see, no water sports anymore over here. You know, things have been changing, but I do see them building something there, so who knows what this one is going to be. But that's the barefoot, so they will get the tables and chairs out here for the sunset dinner. Let's see if we can go past what we are approaching next, which is the Reflections Beach Bar and Restaurant. This is also a very nice place, and this is the one actually that I used to come and have drinks, and they will rent you the palapas, the beach chairs and such. So if you are, if you want that, it's almost like a perfect place to come. By the way, the Barefoot, maybe I did not mention, it is a very nice restaurant, and yes, I do recommend dining here. The sunset here is very, very nice, and yeah, just go for it. Don't doubt it. Some folks do not get, like, how do you say it? Like, they don't get the access to make a reservation at, say, the Flying Fishbone in Savaneta and such. And this would be like a good option. I'm not going too close to the bar because of the music. They have it like quite loud. If that's not something that you like to be, without too much noise. You'd like less crowds. I think a day like today is good. We are not doing this walk on a weekend, by the way. This is a weekday, and yeah, it would be recommended. And stay away then from the weekends where the locals do like to come here and spend the day also. Now we do have, we'll wait for the, what is it this time? Maybe an American Airlines, maybe, or a Delta. I can not spot it yet. I do believe it's a 757, a Boeing, of course. Yeah, it must be Delta then, because they're one of the, if not the only one of the very few still flying them. And yeah, I always stop and take a look at it. Beautiful, huh? Just beautiful. Really, really nice. And 757 certainly one of my favorites to spot. An older airplane, but I did fly last in it like a couple of years ago, and I thought, wow, it's old, but it still flies so well, so nicely. Now, this side is the Neftali Henriquez. Well, actually, it's not this one. Let me take a brief look. So on the other side, there is like a park where you can go with your children. They can play. I do believe it's free, and that could be an option. By the way, look at this now. This is not the way it's always here, just in case, because some people say, okay, I've seen the video, I would not go to the Surfside Beach because look at how much grass there is, and they would not come here. But it's not always like this, not always. And I don't know what those bricks are doing there, by the way. I really wonder about that. Either way, a lot of sailboats in the area. It is one of those kind of like safe haven to dock and to put your sailboats. So many of the sailors that come from other islands and countries, they will decide to park here. Do you say park? Do you put the, it's not dock because it's got to have a pier, right? So you guys help me with my English. I keep learning, but you get the point. And one thing you do get though at certain parts, so all of this last part that we've been walking, I do not recommend it all too much for swimming, because as you can see, it's got a lot of rocks, and if you're one of those that likes to come to the beach and throw rocks, this would be like one of those good places to do that. So maybe it could be a thing. Now we are approaching the, oh, there's a nice birdie. You guys can see it. I know the GoPro it's got like a very wide, it's gonna fly away. You don't spot these all too often. Let's try to go slowly. Don't fly away. You guys want to see you. It's beautiful. There it goes. Like, oh, come on. So it is raining again a little bit. But where was I? So we are approaching the Pinchos. What is it? A bar and grill, something like that, which is this building. And the dining there is also very nice. And most of these good restaurants are open like after 5 or so, more or less. And this one, I will put the name of it. Right now I'm a little bit confused of the name, but you can stay here also. So this is another one of those options for you. It's not an Airbnb per se, but it is part of this whole complex with the restaurant and everything. I don't know if they're the same owners. I do not believe that, but they are at least connected where you can access the restaurant via this this place. Don't know if it's really worth going into the restaurant. Let's see. So you can see the water is very clear. That's not the issue. The issue would be, I would swim here. It doesn't look bad at all. Doesn't look bad at all. And remember, I'm picky with places that I would swim or not. I would definitely swim here. So let's see if we can take a look at either some of the yachts or something. This restaurant has been featured by other vloggers also, so wow, the water does look good. Oh, by the way, you can sit here also, so that's another one of those options. And if you do want to, you will have to make sure to mention that in your reservation, that you want to sit on the pier. You want to, you know, it does give you one of the better looks at the sunset. It is much windier though. Consider that if that's a problem with your hair or something like that. But it's certainly a very, very nice option. So some of these boats will go out either privately or with some tours. I do not know each and every one of them, so bear with me at that part. But if you are, and I know many of you have asked me about doing fishing tours, fishing trips, it's certainly a thing, especially from Orionstad. I do believe that there are also from, how do you call it, from Palm Beach, from probably from the Hadikurari pier, which is in between the Holiday Inn and the Marriott properties. So that is something for you. Then consider those spots. And the other one is near the marketplace, the Renaissance Marketplace. That's the other one. Let's see if we can take a brief look. This one does not have a swimming pool, by the way, and the Talk of the Town does. But you're right on the beach. It's a very small property, and so it's, you know, if you're looking for a more of a quiet place to stay, this is definitely a nice option. Very quiet, very nice. And despite the rain, the colors still look very, very beautiful today. And usually when it does rain on Aruba, we say it's raining like for 5 minutes. Literally, usually 5-10 minutes max. I mean, if it does anything beyond that, we're like, whoa, it's news. It's probably on the news somewhere. Now, these trees are the same ones that you get actually at the Eagle Beach, the Fofoti trees. And those are much more like popular and famous. But these are also the Fofoti trees, in case you are wondering about that. So they are mangroves that are not growing necessarily like in the water. They are growing just along the beach usually. And they do get a lot of their water from the seawater also. They are able, one of the few, if not the only one that can do that. All right, so all throughout, like, so I would say from the Pincho's pier all the way here, and all along the shore you can see shades of lighter blue. That means that the water is very, very clear. Let me show you again. And it's very, very shallow. So usually on Sundays, families come here, especially with the little ones. And when I say that, I mean like 5 and under. They do come here a lot, and you can see many families. The reason is that it's very, very shallow. The kids don't like to go into the grass either, so that's an obvious one. But the reason is that it's very safe, and the waters are very calm, as you can see all this area. And one of the big reasons is that you get the shade from the mangal, from the Fofoti trees. That's something that people really like. It's windy here, but it's not too windy because the trees do break up the wind a little bit on this side. It's also situated more or less in the city, so a lot more people live in this area also, of course. So they would not take their car to go a little bit further up to the Eagle Beach or the Palm Beach, etc. And I personally like this area. I think it looks beautiful, and to think that we have this right in the city pretty much. So this is where the cruise ships will dock, and you have the Renaissance Hotel, one of them at least. And so yeah, it's a very, very nice area. I have made more walk videos here and over there. If you want to check those out, that could be a nice thing to do also. And with this one, I also wrap up this walk, and I hope that it has been the information that I am providing you, and the images, and explaining bit by bit every beach, what you can expect and what you cannot. Oh, public bathrooms. You would have to like buy something at the Reflections, and then maybe a cola or something like that, and then ask them like, could I use the bathroom? And they'll probably do it anyway. But if there are many people here on a Sunday, and everybody starts doing that, they probably at some point are going to say, no, we're not going to, let you use our bathroom or restroom. So take those little details into account. I like to always maybe even buy a cola and do that, support the business, because they do have, they do have to pay the salaries and all of those things that we know about. Have I missed anything? I think not, but if I have, let me know in the description, not the description, in the comment box, and always check out the description of my videos. I do share links and such in them relevant to the videos. Nothing further. Have a great weekend, guys, and see you on Sunday. Bye bye, guys.